Hello, Whimsical Wyvern here. I am apparently, I don't know why my model always does that. Sorry about us here. Why do cows not have toes? They lack toes. Oh my gosh, that's a bad one. Ah, that's corny. All right, let's see with the drippy moose what's going on here. I'm just gonna jump right back in. And then we'll see where to go when you guys come in here. Let's see, which color has the most? One? Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to just knock out the one. It's kind of a ridiculous way to do it. That never stops me. Golly, this music's loud. Knock it back. I guess it's more of a brown. Anyway. I hope everybody had a really good day. I'm just gonna keep it chill, and then tomorrow's Minecraft again. I'm not gonna worry about trying to rescue, or things have just gone crazy this week with the streams. You know what? At least I'm streaming. Woo-hoo. And then I'll pick back up the Lightyear Frontier next week because Gear came in and told me that got updated. So that'll shake it up. Some of you love it, some of you really hate it. But that's something to talk about. Alright. I'm just kind of going down and picking up all of, because this color has the most. So this will actually flesh out a bunch of the picture at this point, since we know what the weird, way out of scale thing, Patronus or whatever it is. Not to mention, can't really tell any scale on this tower. So, we'll see when it's done. Hopefully it's all up from here. Hopefully it's all up from here. We'll get there. Such a bad joke. Lactose. Probably should not have the dad jokes on, but I think they're so funny I keep them on. And then sometimes I call up my dad after the stream and I go, guess what the joke was today? Ah. Alright, that's actually fleshing out a lot faster than I thought it would. There's probably a bigger section of the ones further down. Okay. There's more of a pattern to it. I thought it was just like shadowing or something. Alright, I'll get over there, but I'm looking over here. I forgot I have a drink. Splurging this evening. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Oh, that'll wake me up. Ah, whoa. Perfect. Ah, let's see here. I think, honestly, that's pretty good. Kenny, look at her natural habitat, just vibing there in all her glory. Hey, Kenny. How are you today? I just had one of those days where too many things happened. I just gave up and went chill. After I was up most of the night making soup, and then I made more after this afternoon. I got everything made, everything done. No ingredients wasted, all food utilized. But boy, I am tired. How was your day, Kenny? Oh no, I've been spotted. How dare they work you to the bone? I worked myself to the bone. Nobody at work had any control over me using bad sleep habits to try to not waste money on groceries. And everybody was going crazy in the Discord this morning, but you weren't, so hopefully you were sleeping, but maybe you were working. All these people that are planning to emulate, so I don't know why they care about the cost of things. Sure, we're going on about the things with the Nintendo Switch 2. What's to sleep? I don't know, Kenny. I used to know. I feel like I'd like to find out again. But today I feel like I might not ever find out again. Ah. No, you should sleep early tonight. Yeah, I just kept my routine with this. I needed to do something normal. We had some shocking news at work this morning. And it was a little surreal while you guys were not you, but everybody else is sitting there talking about their Switch stuff, and then they had to stand up and let us know somebody's not coming back for permanent reasons, who I've worked with for several years. Who's around my age. It hits. I needed something normal today. I know I'm probably not super exciting and fun. I'm sorry. Anyway. Whimsy is very bertrecting. I can usually guess, Kenny. You got me on that one. But sure, I'll own it. I'm verterettering. What's my new specialty? Entertaining. I had a stroke. No. Oh. Okay, that's so weird. Now I know I'm tired. Sorry about your work, pal. It's fine. I was not close to them. It's just, I didn't particularly dislike them or anything. Personality-wise, we were just never klooged. But you know someone. And it's not like we would have ever hung out outside of work. But thank you. Now my brain is working on what you call it when you can't. My brain keeps wanting to say apostasy. It's not apostasy. That's very different. Apraxic. You've got apraxic, Kitty. I used to know somebody who would do that. They would have TIAs. They were so nice. And they'd otherwise seem normal, but they wouldn't realize that they'd lost speech again. And just jumbled sounds would come out. And when they would write down, all the letters would be in a completely random order, and they would know that they'd written something down because in their brain it was the right thing. No party lefty for them. Kenny, they didn't leave in that kind of way. There was no party. They didn't make it home. So I imagine there'll be quite a nice big party for them, but I don't think they're going to be attending. It happens. Thing is, they were doing something that is a bad habit that we all tend to get into at work, and we all know we shouldn't, and this time they did not survive it. So, yeah. No, I won't go. I think all the relatives are out of state. I wasn't close to them in that way. I'm not going to pretend like I was. There are people who were all coming up and crying on my shoulder. Apparently, I have the right shoulders for that. I'm not a super touchy person. I'm surrounded by autistic people, so I don't get a lot of physical contact in my life. But I also didn't want to be mean. Because these are people I care about. OSHA is knocking on your door. OSHA's not getting in. I'm more careful than that. It's just there's habits that are easy to get into. They weren't doing it in the workplace, but it's probably because of the workplace that they were doing it on the way home. So, yep. It's just one of those things. Honestly, it could be worse. Kitty, I've just had a bad couple months. I don't know. Like, a few months ago, on my way into work, yeah. There was somebody up close and personal on the way into work. I think that was almost worse, honestly. The sheriffs had just put a blanket over them because there wasn't, they hadn't had time for the ambulance to get there yet. There was nothing to say, but still. And now hear this. It feels very close together. It's just kind of not the nicest feeling. Kind of makes me want to go find a cuddly place to just cuddle for a while, but I don't. I end up pacing and stuff. I don't know how to sit still. This is my closest to sitting still. This is why I'm making myself do this. I'm sitting still. I'm relaxing. Spending time with friends-ish. It just feels like when it rains, it pours, right? I don't know. And then, just if I'm gonna trauma dump, I had another person call me up. They had the best news in the world. And I was so happy for them. And I congratulated them. And it's one of those things where it's like the best and the worst all in one day. It's kind of exhausting. I should have slept last night if only I'd known. Let's see, 12 left. You're more responsible than that, Kitty. You sleep. You said you can just fall asleep instantly whenever you want. I kind of envy that. Oh, wow, that is kind of nice. That's a neat design. If it's going to be too big of a faux pas not to go, I'll go. I have appropriate black things to wear. Very decent. I would not embarrass any of my people. I'm very respectable. My shoulders would be covered. appropriate head coverings as required. Oh, I hope you had a much better day. You know you go through a lot. Not normally. I don't think. I just have a talent for cramming it all into tiny spaces, you know? Like it's like I go through all my drama in little bits, which is why I always avoid drama. Always. I try to just go with the flow. Because boy, oh boy, it's like I can't do it by halves, right? My mom used to have a shirt for me that she made me wear when I was young and I was annoying her sometimes. Said, I never go looking for trouble, but somehow it always finds me. She said people around me deserved to be warned. Oh. I was like, yeah, fair enough. I loved that shirt, by the way. It wasn't like a punishment. When she got it for me, I was like, why'd you get me this? She goes, you'll figure it out. I keep hearing myself sigh. I'm sorry. I get so annoyed when people sigh a lot. I don't want to do that. Uh-oh. Wear it underneath for respect. What, black? Oh yeah, I'll be respectful. Don't worry. I'm always extremely respectful. I'm very good at the manners thing. Respect is super important to me. And I feel like not enough people use it, so I'm maybe even a little bit trolly with my expression of respect sometimes to make a point of it needing to be there. But no, I'll be genuinely respectful. I wish I was respectful like you. The shirt. Ah. Oh, you mean the shirt that says... Yeah, I don't think I could fit into that thing anymore. I've gotten a lot older, and there's something that happens between a little girl being little and a little girl growing up. Her shape changes a wee bit. Don't think I could still squeeze into that shirt. Oh my gosh, that would be hilarious. I should try just to make her laugh. think you're extremely respectful and polite in chat, Kenny. You like to be trolly, but I haven't seen you be a horrible person. You've been a good example for the younger ones, especially. I think it's good for them to see people being spicy in a respectful way. Not enough people feel free to just say what they think. I think that's super important to be able to do that. I love how you went right on to Lost Stream. I love this game. Nice. I laughed so hard. I think I'm way too easily amused, Kenny, but you know what? I was very amused. How much you want to bet Gore's not even awake yet? Being happy and good is good for Whimsy. I think so. I want to be happy. I choose to be happy. Maybe I watched Pollyanna too many times when I was young. I don't know. But I do think it's a choice. Sad things happen, but you can sit around and wallow in it, or you can just say, yeah, I'm not doing that. And I know I sound a little wallowy today, but it's more I'm just so... Give me highs, give me lows, throw them both at me in the same day. I don't know. It feels like a lot. And it is my fault. It's nobody else's fault that I didn't sleep well last night. I was getting up all night working on the soup. I was cutting in the ingredients till after 10, and then I had to cook them up, set them up. Then I had to set up the things that were for this morning. And then I woke up this morning and came in and did that extra early, so I'd be ready when she got up. Normally I spend like 2 days on that soup. I got it all done overnight. I was really proud of myself. But then I thought I'd take it easy today. Ah, the best laid plans. I bet he's already up 50 channel points. Ah, you're right. You booger. You cheated and checked. I'm not taking that bet, Kenny. Somehow you always magically know when people are around. I don't know how. I don't think you cheat. I just think you're smart enough to check first before you put a bet on the line. You know what I used to do to my friends when I was younger? If they ever wanted to make a bet and it concerned me, I'd say, that's fine, but I get a cut. And the first time I did that, they're like, what? And I like games for the fun of it, I will bet. So like, let's say they said they made a $20 bet that blah, blah, blah. If it involved me, I'd turn around and go, I get a $5 cut. They'd be like, what do you mean? I said, if it involves me and you need me to help you complete the bet, I get a cut. I don't care who wins. You know, now that I'm thinking back, why did people let me get away with that stuff? I would just make the demand and they'd be like, okay. You're such a hustler. I mean, I just thought it made perfect sense, right? It's like my commission. If you need me to complete this bet, then I get a cut. I'm not gonna change it. I'm not gonna skew it for anybody. I'm very fair. But I'm gonna make it worth my while, or I'm not gonna participate. I just thought my time had value. Well, the truth is, even younger, you know, that is true. If you think your time has value, it has value. If you don't think your time has value, why are other people supposed to value your time? Oh, fair game. Hi, Raptor. Hi, Raiders. How we doing today? You're waving. Can't hear anything right now. Yeah, the rating has been weird. That's part of why I've been cutting out. I try to peek in from later. This is Whimsy. She's amazing. Thank you, Kitty. That's so sweet. What was Raptor playing? I'm just gonna write, did you end your stream? Because lately it's been making sure we have to manually end our streams for it to go to the next. It's really weird. That way he can see it. Like, I got my volume. Maybe I feel like he's so much better at this than me. Why am I saying things? Question mark. Otherwise it looks kind of rude. Almost forgot to raid though. Okay. Well, welcome raiders anyway. How are you? Maybe none of you hear me? This is interesting. Oh, no, it's my phone volume. Okay. Taking my doggo for a walk. Have fun. Raptor played a game called Wall World. Thank you, Kenny. Kenny, were you on Raptor's game? Thank you, Kenny. You're such a sneaker. I did visit him earlier. I know you said you work in an ambulance, but I'm starting to wonder if it's really a big white truck with satellites coming out the top, and you go around catching every stream you can and found somebody to pay you for it. Don't worry, Kenny, I won't tell. Nobody will know. It'll be our secret. Oh my gosh. All right, well, we're looking at a drippy moose or Patronus. We're not sure. It's something. Oh, that's going to be cool with that coming in. I mean, it's very swirly, isn't it? I'm so confused. Whimsy, when I'm home, I could do this. Other than that, I get really focused and can only lurk for one stream on work. I'm impressed that you can do it at all, Kitty. I have trouble lurking on a stream anywhere, even one. I rarely am able to chat. I usually just don't even try. Oh my gosh. And you're like, I can only do multiple streams from home. Well, congratulations. You're clearly at home. I am impressed. Whimsy lurking is literally doing nothing. But it's not, because I'm actually working and I'm listening while I'm lurking. I'm always got my hands doing stuff. I mean, okay, I'm going to be really blunt. If I'm mucking out the chicken coop or something, I don't want to be touching my phone while I do that. I can listen to a stream, but I'm touching things that I don't want to touch my phone. I'm just maybe I'm too princessy or something, but I don't want to stick my phone by my face after my hands have been touching chicken poop if they've been touching my phone. Or blood or whatever else there is. I mean, I'll do all the dirty stuff. I just don't want to stick it right next to my mouth and have a conversation. So I'm always working if I'm lurking. I mean, that's the reality. As odd as that sounds. It's like a rhyme. But I'm just not doing something on the street. But that's why I never mind lurkers, because I find it so nice to have something going on in the background while I'm working. And I think I'm not alone. I think a lot of people like that. I don't want to make anybody feel bad for using me that way. On the other hand, the streams can get super boring if nobody chats at all. So it's a balance. If you're getting bored, you better type something and say, hey, what's up? Give me something to talk about. But that's why I always tell people, if you gotta lurk. No worries. I'm good with that. What's up? I'm indulging, Kenny. I decided I had a heck of a day, so I am indulging. I'm admitting it right now. I'm having a passion fruit limeade that is spiked. And it is so good. Edge was like, Mom, I think you could use this. She's the best. I was like, you know what? I normally wouldn't, but I am. Solution is, as always, just babbling into the void, and I would call that a skill, but it's not the greatest. I don't mind babbling into the void. I usually find things to babble about. But yes, it can get weird, because it's like, okay, I've got 4 or 5 people listening, and I'm just talking, and they're not responding at all. I don't know if they like what I'm doing or what I'm not doing, but they're hanging out. They must kind of be okay with it. So I just keep trying to talk about things and hope that it's not weird. Because on my side, that does get a little weird, I will confess. Sometimes. Maybe I should start talking about conspiracy theories when that happens. That'll get people jumping into chat. What do you think really happened with JFK? How many people were on the grassy knoll? Or were they? Dun dun dun! wrong. Was it aliens? I felt like that the other day. I was like, I have no idea how to go. Need some help. And the void was intense. Ayo. Probably the underground Atlanteans. Yeah, I like that idea. That's a good one. I'm just saying. You know, some weird stuff starts coming out. I mean, that can be peak entertainment, to be honest. I just never know if they're entertained. But usually people on here chat. Kenny's pretty much a bully. He makes them all chat. He's like, you will chat if you're here with me. If I can chat, you can chat. Don't be rude. And then I'll be like, it's okay if they lurk. But I do get, it's not fun if everybody's lurking. Sounds about right. You agree it's the Atlanteans that took out JFK? I bet it was a ray gun. That's why the evidence was so weird. Like they had a magical undersea ray gun that aimed into inland Texas. I don't know. I'm just being silly now. I do want to do something with the cryptid streams too. I've been trying to figure out how to go about that. Everybody seemed interested, and then when I started talking about what I thought I would do, they seemed a lot less interested. So, since my getup has been kind of weird anyway, for the Elgato issues, the computer issues, I'm just making sure I feel good about whatever I do, and I'm just going to do it, because I don't know how to do something I don't know how to do. So you'll get what I can do, and you'll like it or you won't. And I'll repeat it or I won't. Woohoo! You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. Yes, that, and I believe people. You know, most times when you talk about, you look back at chat to see I said nothing. I usually have long paragraph in the typing, then you bail out, then I just backspace it all. I kind of figured you're doing that because you'll be talking about something, you'll be mid-sentence, and then you just stop. But I don't call you on it because you know what? That's your business. But sometimes I do wonder, what was he going to say? Inquiring minds want to know. I think you like the suspense you create. It gives you mystery. It's mostly oversharing. Oh, well, I haven't overshared today. We're good. You're fine, Kitty. You've always been lovely. You show good restraint on what to share and not to share. I trust your judgment. You're an adult. Me? Suspense? I could never. You could always. I don't think it's an accident at all. But I think it's fun. It doesn't bother me. I'm adulting? Don't worry, I won't tell your wife. I would never tell. I'm a cool friend. Plus, I don't know you IRL. I don't know her IRL, so it would be really hard to say anything. So you could say, your secret is safe with me. That's the funnier part. You know what? Even when you say you're stressed, you talk about her fondly. That's all I need to see. I see that. I think that's nice. Whether you think about her fondly or not, I don't know. But you talk about her fondly. And that has value, Kitty. It's respect. Dare I say, it's adult. Hopefully she feeds you very well, since you work very hard. Let's see. There we go. Oh, Gira, if you're still out there, I'm planning to probably do Lightyear Frontier early next week. I'm trying to figure out which day. So I'll be doing that. But it'll be in the notification, which I'm sure you'll pay attention to. I'll give you this much info. She's a great cook and she works hard. I believe you totally. I'm glad she's a great cook. You seem to think of food very fondly, which was kind of a clue. People with spouses that are not the best cooks usually don't talk so ravingly about the food that they get at home. They don't mean to give it away, but they kind of do. That's all I'm going to say. I always liked cooking for my family. I hated cooking when it was just me. I was like, why would I learn to cook? Blah, 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 blah. I'm all independent. But you know what? Oh, forget it. It wasn't about being independent. Let's just be perfectly blunt. I was not particularly talented in the kitchen when I was younger. I started a few fires. Hello. Welcome back, Raptor. Now I can listen. I became a far better cook because I started from such a bad place. And my mom was such a good cook. She was such a good cook. But she didn't like it when I'd catch her stove on fire for some reason. At least we didn't have gas because we don't really have gas in Florida. Remember making kitchen fires? Heck yeah. My mom used to say, I bet you could catch water on fire. I was like, don't exaggerate. They'd all look at each other and they're like, yeah. I was always on cleaning duty. But when I had my own family, I cooked for them and I love it. And I'm a very good cook now. Everybody loves my cooking now. But I'm not going to vouch for my first few months of cooking for other people. They suffered. That's all I'm going to say. Very sweetly, but they suffered. I heard that saying. Yeah. Although, to be fair, I think part of it was because my mom was such a good cook. She cared about everything being done perfect and right. So there wasn't a lot of room for me to come in and learn. So when I was teaching my kids, I always made sure that there was space for them to make mistakes or do it differently and it could still be okay. You tend to have less traumatic problems that way, I think. I was building goofy things in Minecraft Build Battle Lol. That sounds like so much fun. Mothering for the win. There you go. It's worthwhile. They say they love your cooking because they know if they talk bad about it, they will starve. That is right. That is exactly right. Except, here's the problem. All my kids are on the spectrum. They'll tell me anyway. They'll be very honest. I like that about them. I never have to wonder if they're telling the truth. Should be another section with some twos, but I'm kind of about to give up. There's only so much of this I was just trying to knock out big pieces. I can come back and pick them up after. I'm just looking to see if there's another bigger section of them. I'm gonna say probably just little bits here and there. Oh, there's one right there. Now that I've said that. Yeah, it's just gonna be little pieces. All right, I'll move on to the next color. Pardon me. No, Artie was very blunt. She doesn't want any of the soups I just made. Adapt and survive, exactly. She's like, the smell of all your soups are making me sick. I said, well, deal. We wanted them. She hates the smell of soup. It's one of her tismy issues. I'm like, you get the meat, you get the vegetables sitting there over several hours, all the smell of the fresh chopped things and the loveliness. I like that smell. You're just going to live with it for now. It won't kill you. What? She not like the soup smell? There's this one Moroccan soup, which both my mother and me agree on. Yeah? I love Moroccan food. It's giving us PTSD? Oh dear. I still love Moroccan food, but maybe it wasn't well prepared? Rather. We used to be friends with a Moroccan family where they had their own restaurant. So we would get the most delicious food sometimes whenever they wanted to do dinner over. We were there for 3 weeks. When we were visiting my father's side of the family in Morocco. And for 3 weeks, he got the same soup. Well, did you at least like the mint tea? And the male belly dancers? If anybody ever tells you you can make belly dancing, you couldn't make belly dancing not sexy. They've never seen that. That's all I'm going to say. I never was like, ooh la la. It's like, yeah, there's nothing sensual there. But it's very cool. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I don't think nobody wants to see your own dad belly dance a soup every day. No, I just mean the Moroccans tend to have male belly dancers instead of female belly dancers. They have their, like, little hat things, and it's very cool. It takes a lot of skill, and it's really neat, but it's not like in the movies. That's all I'm gonna say. But it takes a lot of skill. You'd have to be really strong. I don't see how a girl could do quite like they did. Although the way the girls do it is very strong too. I don't know. I'm just gonna stop talking about that. I think it's going to a weird place-ish. You could stop drooling now, Whimsy? No drooling here. This one's guy who passed away from Turkey who did some belly dancing, and he is the guy whose music was used for Skibbity Toilet after his passing. Oh my gosh. So in theory, Skibidi Toilet stole something copyrighted, but since the owner is no more, the owner can't take it down. You know what? I think that's fair. If there's not like a family or something, free reign. I don't like to thieve. I don't like to take from people. But if there's nobody to receive it anyway, at what point does it become fair use? Now, if somebody else took it and copyrighted it and took it for themselves, that would be wrong. But it lets his legacy live on, right? And that's kind of cool. Don't know that that's how he would have wanted his legacy to live on. I don't know that I would have been wanted to be known for the Skibidi Toilet thing, but you know, it's a thing. So Skibidi Toilet could have been prevented. That man could have saved an entire generation. I think he died from a time traveler to stop him from making more Skibidi Toilet. I think it's just a big hallucination. Someday you'll wake up and find out that the Skibidi Toilet was only in your head. It was all a really bad dream. A really, really bad dream. It's gonna be okay, Raptor. I'm pretty sure he had a heart attack. Oh, those can be caused. Don't let anybody tell you they can't. I mean, in theory, theoretically, they could be caused. I'm sure modern science has never confirmed such a thing. I mean, there's certain things you're not supposed to have together for a reason, you know? Probably don't take on a big diet of, you know, rat poison or something. That would be bad. Hey, and you've got, I can't believe it just flew out of my head. Iocane powder, right? Dreadpire Roberts told us all about it. It was pretty instant. Unless you build a resistance. Listen to Jim from the gas station. No. No, I was listening to Dreadpire Roberts. We should get all of our medical facts from movies. They're so accurate. Oi, 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 finish, eat your food. I'm eating. It's actually my second bowl. I just hit the spot. I had no appetite. This is my tummy happy soup. I made Hedge her tummy happy soup, and then I made me mine. I didn't tell you. For me, I've sort of adapted more than one recipe into one, so it's not a soup in that sense that I would name. I guess it's whimsy soup, but it's got potatoes and onions and carrots and sweet potatoes and butternut squash and butter and garlic. Hey, baby, what are you doing in here? Oh, you probably want your boy. Hold on one second. outside the door. I'm so sorry. You were trapped and you have the button. Go on, baby. Oh, I had no idea she was in here. Anyway, it's got some buttermilk and some butter, and I used some whey from my yogurt making, and I don't remember what I've listed, to be honest. Oh, that's similar to what I make here as tradition. Provision soup is very yum, healthy, but too much carbs. Well, it is more carb heavy. And then I use bone broth in it normally, but today I used whey because I didn't have enough bone broth for Hedge's stuff in mine. But I don't know. I don't remember if I listed everything, but just basically it's supposed to be all pureed up, and then I used, because I was just in the mood, Japanese curry powder, because I always like it with curry powder because it's the things that you curry. And this time I did it lazy because I was getting really tired at that point, so I just did a potato masher instead of really pureeing it up properly, and then I have it with hot sauce. But that peaks up my appetite every time. When I can't eat anything, I can eat that. It's just very tummy soothing. And yes, it is carb heavy. But I only do it when I haven't been able to eat properly and I need that energy to get... Because if I let myself go too long, my reflux will win, and then it's really hard to get back on food. So I'm kind of careful about that. And then for Hedge, I made a Korean mountain stew that has lots of beef, like a fatty beef, and then it has fernbracken or gosari and green onions and garlic and gochugaru and toasted sesame oil and some onions, some shiitake mushroom, the dried kind for flavor. I always eat mine with hot sauce, yeah. Crystal sauce specifically. Yep. You bet. I have to. It's the law. It's my law. If it's not hot sauce, it's gonna be with like gochujang or something. I like my red peppers. That's all I'm gonna say. Preferably fermented. I'm not as fond of like jalapeno. I'll eat it, but I like the way the red ones taste better. I'm surprised you not use whole peppers instead of bottles hot sauce. I have been known to use whole peppers, seeds and all, but I knew that I wanted my kids to enjoy this, and if I add the hot sauce after, it's more family friendly for everybody, because the amount that I like is a lot. I mean, I still put, like I said, the Japanese curry in there. It's not like it has no spice to begin with. I like flavor. But I'm very particular. I like it to have, like, if I have hot sauce, I'm not getting one full of sugar and crap. It's got vinegar, and it's got maybe some salt, and it's got the pepper. That's it. Nothing else. Her plate consists of 90% hot sauce and 10% food. More like 90% food, 10% hot sauce. That's more accurate than you would think. I also love black licorice. I love garlic. I'm not big into sweets. I'm just not. I do like maple syrup, but I think it's more of a savory sweet. So there is that. But I don't like, unlike Gore, I don't stick it on everything. So there's that. And he's just saying it. Who knows if he really does? It's his Canadian shtick, right? Sweets is meh. Yeah, see? Who wants sweets? Even if I go with something that's supposed to be sweet, I like a more savory version. For me, salt is where it's at. Oh gosh. I have to make myself have salt. I like it now. I've had to learn. I don't naturally like salt. But I got really busted by my doctor about not having enough salt, and it was causing me issues. And he's very Canadian. I like he keeps his pride of maple to heart. There you go. I mean, I think salt is healthy as long as it's within reason. And if you're really cooking all your food, it's hard to have too much salt. Especially as a guy. If you're in any kind of warm environment, you're going to sweat. Or, what is it? You're going to glow profusely. You need to replace that. Salt is a good way to do that. Nature's electrolyte. The salt of life. Yeah. Did they teach you that trick when you were younger that you're supposed to lick salt if you've been in the sun, and then depending on how salty it tastes, or if it tastes salty, you know how you are on your electrolytes? They used to make us do that when I was younger. If I drink back the sweat, will I get it back? Oh, Kenny, that's disgusting. I gotta ask Jim. No, you're supposed to be like one of those Romans and scrape it off. And just replenish with the salted water. Or just, you know, go take a couple shots of the ocean. I don't know if you got one nearby. I guess that could be the trick. It'd be pretty nasty with all that whale and shark poop in there, but, you know, whatever floats your boat. Yeah, I was taught that and still practice it. It works. It really does. I don't know why, I don't know how, but it really does. I have sweat that always stings. I hate when it stings my eyes. Oh my gosh. But by that point, it is really pouring down. Oh. And then I'm blinded. And you have to see. And it's always when something is important, or you wouldn't be outside sweating like that. I'm sorry. I guess ladies aren't supposed to sweat like that. You aren't glowing like that. Or you're not a lady. You can sweat. I don't know. Whatever. I give up. I guess I'm not a lady. I have manners. I'm polite. I'm wholesome. But maybe I'm just not a lady. Ah. Okay, there shouldn't be a whole lot more, but there's at least one big patch of it left. Ah, there we go. No, I had that happening the other day, and I needed to drive, and I was like, oh crap, I gotta see. This is not good. And I tried to wipe it off with my hand, but then my hand was sweatier than my face. Then I'm sitting there trying to see if I can finagle a shirt corner up to get it out of my eyes that way. That's just as sweaty as everything else. I feel your pain, Kenny. The worst part is you're carrying the longboard and you need both hands on and sweat just stinging your eyes. You gotta do the face and shoulder wide. Oh, the longboard sounds like fun. Hey, everybody. Hope all is going well. Raptor Raid. I'm a bit late to the party. Sorry. How's the puzzling going? Good morning. Yes, good morning, Gore. Raptor Raid. Raptor raided ages ago, and you didn't come with them. But you're most welcome. Did you have fun on Raptor stream? I think he just went to walk a dog or something. Or then he came back. And then he's probably fallen asleep. I came from the raid. Sorry, I had to start my smoker. Making steaks tonight. Good morning, Kitty. Oh, you're just bragging all over the place, aren't you? You're showing off your Minecraft world. You're smoking up some steaks. I hear you. We're talking about how hard we work and sweating and grossness. And you're talking about, oh, I'm having smoked up steaks tonight. Heck yeah. I was hungry. I knew it was, he was up. Okay, Whimsy, pay up. I won the bet. I didn't accept the bet, Kenny. Besides, you said you were in Raptor's stream. If he was in Raptor's stream, you did exactly what I said. You knew. You knew before you said that. I said you checked. You just didn't check. You just already knew. Now I want to go to the beach. I'm way too suggestible. I was lurking unknowingly. I didn't check. See? I don't know if I can give out points like that yet. I'll tell you what, Kenny, just for making me laugh and listening to me vent. Let's see if I can figure this out. Oh, manager. Quick actions. Nope. Gore, you stream. How do I give away points? Gore, how do you like your steaks? Raw? That's a good question. No, Whimsy, you can't give out points like that. Apparently not. I was trying. I was willing. Oops. I'm trying to stop things. Oh, okay, I gotta stop. I almost turned on, like, subscriber-only chat. You guys would have all been knocked out. I'm sorry. I'm just pressing things, trying to see what they do. Medium well, baby girl, the best. Medium well? Gore, don't torture your meat like that. There should be some blood involved. I have no idea how the points work. Cool. Why is Gore calling me baby girl? Because he thinks you're so cute, Kenny. First you got Tomas proposing. Now Gore's telling you you're his baby girl. Kenny, you're making some points in chat, I tell you what. Might not be the points I could give you, but hey. You being a player. I mean, when you got straight guys going to the chat, going for you, I mean, and you're straight up clear you're a guy, that's some serious mojo, I tell you what. Actually, the best is to cook 3 medium well done, medium rare, then do a Russian roulette kind of thing and mix them up. You just want to do Russian roulette because you're near Alaska. And by near Alaska, I mean in the latitude. I don't mean physically near. I know you're in Canada. Anyway. Technically, I guess I'd be the latitude for Russia, too. Yeah. That's living a dangerous way to live. Well, the third I leave for later as a snack, but it's random, so I just eat them all. Oh, gosh. You know what, Gore? You cured it. I'm not tempted to have steak now. Thank you. That was very sweet. Yeah, I gotta deal with it because, like, my son likes it more medium, but my girls like it to barely kiss the flame. So, like, I'll cook theirs and cut some off, and then I'll cook some a little more done for him. Steak, cheese, pickle, smoked forest ham, homegrown lettuce, making a sandwich too? Thank you. Making a sandwich too. If you're eating a male sandwich, that's personal, and I think you need to keep that to yourself. That doesn't belong in chat, but, you know, maybe, you know, you're trying to make Kenny jealous. I don't know. He forgot to say Maple. Maple too! His name is Gore for a reason. Oh, golly. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Wow. Artie said you guys should have a pretty good amount of channel points. She said that you should have had some that were from all your watching. But I don't know if she's right. Oh, I do. It's because I always forego the lamb sauce. She's very right. Oh, dear. You want lamb sauce on your rare, medium, and medium well steaks that you're smoking with maple syrup and pickles and ham and fresh lettuce. You have an iron stomach. I hope you enjoy. I love the fresh lettuce part the most. You know what? There's something about lettuce that you just picked that minute. Here, you kind of have to have a shady spot with a pot with north facing and no direct sunlight, and you got to do all these different things to get some decent lettuce. But when you can, oh, my biggest problem is I'd go pick it for the family and I'd start eating it before I got in the house to put it with anything else. Because it's so good. Wait, huh? Iron stomach, says the hot sauce girl. The cheese is the trick to make it taste right. Because we're meant to have hot sauce, Kenny. What type of cheese? Mm. I tried fried cheese curds for the first time last month. Oh my gosh, they were good. I mean, I'm not into fried food, but that was really good. All right, there's another big section of threes. Ah, yes. There we go. Found it. Whimsy. It always tastes better before giving the family. Anything. Mozzarella, cheddar, marble is great. Ricotta. Marble? I don't know marble. Maybe monster? Honestly, any real cheese, it's hard to go wrong. It's just you don't want to pair a stinky cheese with something that doesn't match it, or vice versa. Marble stone. Marbled cheese, is that a Canadian thing? Oh, you mean you're putting it on, you're cutting it on marble. I have a piece of marble that I cut my cheese on. That makes sense. When I'm going to use it, I keep the marble in the fridge. It's just a little piece. Nope, nope, nope. Forget I said it. No, no, no. No, what it is, just kidding. It's a name of a cheese. Well, you know, we all have to be different in our own special ways. That's your homework. I've had lots of cheeses. We used to do a cheese board every New Year's, and I would let the kids pick every new cheese they could find that they wanted. And I'm not as into the stinky cheeses, but Artie and Bro bought with like Stilton and stuff like that. I love the farmer's cheeses. Some pickles might do well too, actually. Hold on. I thought you said pickles to begin with. I just forgot to repeat them. Enjoy. I think that Gore worked up an appetite today, Kenny. He got so excited over the Switch that he doesn't plan to buy, that he cares very much about the prices, but he's going to only emulate from now on. That he stressed himself into a mega appetite today. That's why I started the smoker. I've been collecting firewood. Oh. Yeah, but you're not using fresh firewood in the smoker, right? Ah, maybe Canadian wood is different. It doesn't pop so much. I'm sure physics work differently so far away from the equator. I'm starving, dude. That's heavy work. Especially if you're using that fancy axe like in Luigi's Mansion, I tell you what. Oh yeah, I'm looking at the Discord. 112 looks like store price, like newly dropped. As for the emulator part, he's really enjoying Dolphin Emulator and just enjoying the life of piracy. Wow, you got more out of the Discord than I did. That's amazing. don't have a smoker right now. I respect it. Well, you know, respect is very important to me, Kenny. I respect that you respect it. Alright, here we go. And get some other color in here. Oh, I see. So it's mostly going to be like down here. Oh, I see. I think I could be a little bit cheaty with this bit. WhymsicalWyvern. I'll be respectable. I do think it's, you know, there need to be good examples out there. I'm happy to be a good example. I think that I have things to offer the world, and obviously my behavior is superior to the behavior of some other people on the planet. It's my little way of making the world a better place. Yeah, I'll come back for those and correct the colors, but this just seems a far faster way to knock this out. There's so much of it. Oh my gosh. And it's a light color. Ah, yes. Yeah, I guess I don't really think of having the hot sauce as, you know. I mean, that's just normal. Okay. Having a bite. Oh, and I put cheese in that. I honestly don't remember what ingredients I've listed already, so I'm just giving up. You get the idea. Yeah, I have a good idea what you made, yeah. It started out as based on a recipe that was like called mashed potato soup or something really dumb. But that original recipe wasn't great. But the things I've done to it over the years are really yummy. So, it's just very tummy soothing. 6. Ooh, you're gonna get some real color going on again. Yeah. It had no pickles. It had no maple syrup. Oh my gosh, that's so good. It is sinfully good. Funny, I can't even tell Gora, how could you stream without knowing you're streaming on something? I came in and I was with Hedge in here the other day, and I'm like, who's watching right now? So she went and we looked it up and couldn't figure it out, and then we realized it was me. My phone had clicked onto her stream. I was watching her from the charger in the other room while I was physically in here with her. So, have to say it's definitely possible. Don't know if it's probable, but it's definitely possible. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. I don't know. The thing is, because it was on the charger, I didn't know where my phone was when we realized it. So then I went and I did other stuff, and then I realized later, and I'm like, oh, wait, I've been watching her stream this whole time. She was not as amused as I was when I decided to spam her with emojis for her health and well-being. I was very amused. So Whimsy has that emote training you're going under. Well, I'm trying to expand my repertoire. And not use the same old ones all the time. I always used to use more, and then I kept having my kids cringe and be like, you know what that really means? And I'm like, I know what it can mean, but it doesn't mean that for me. And then they got all grossed out, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna own it. I'm a mom. People know I'm a mom. If I do a cringe emoji, they're just gonna have to forgive me. And be like, oh man, I wonder if she knows how dumb she is. And you'll just have to wonder. But the answer is probably not. Which one they cringe for? The one that got the most upsetness was when I did, I loved one of the videos that Atlas did, and I made a comment on his channel with the heart eyes emojis, and he was mortified. And he's like, they don't know that you're my mom. That looks really parasocial and weird, Mom. I was like, well, you know I didn't mean it like that. You know me. And he goes, but other people don't know that you know me. Describe and see if I find it. Oh, on the YouTube, I saw that comment. He was so upset with me. And then they like forbade me to emoji on their things without like prior approval or something for a while. They grounded me for my emojis on their stuff. I like the winky face too. I use the winky face all the time. They've kind of said, you can't use that. People think it's something else. I'm like, nobody thinks I'm coming on to them, guys. I don't think there's any misunderstanding out there. None. I don't think I have that vibe. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it's just fun to make them cringe, so I maybe accidentally do things on purpose. Just to make them go, Like, I'm not spamming their chats with eggplants or anything, but, you know. They're never sure if I know. It's okay, Whimsy. I think I like the stickers better for that reason, but then all of my stickers that I had, like from Drama Fever with the pig rabbit, I loved those, and they seem to no longer work on anybody's stuff but my own anymore. But it's clearer with bigger things what you're really saying or doing more, I think. And I still have to remind myself that the eyes looking up are rolling eyes, because to me it still looks like you're just like looking up, not rolling your eyes. I stuck that in a chat today and I pulled it back because I'm like, oh yeah, that's rolling eyes. I'm not trying to roll my eyes at them. I was trying to say something nice. But like I was surprised. But not in a... The surprise face they've got on the emojis is like, not the kind of surprised. More of a wholesome surprised. And they keep adding blushes and things. What is that? It's like they don't want you to use the emojis. Oh. Rant unlocked. I too dislike that. The one time I looked up when talking to someone, they thought I was rolling my eyes. See? I think it's clearly looking up. And if you ever see me use it, that's what I mean. I don't roll. Why would you consciously roll your eyes at somebody? That's so... I don't even know what. I have no desire to do that. Let's put it that way. Kenny, why are you rolling your eyes at me? Oh no! I'm sorry. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I mean, an eye roll that just happens to happen because, you know, you're upset about something or it strikes you. That's one thing. It's a little rude, but whatever. But you're going to consciously send something out intending it to be an eye roll at somebody? That is some serious attitude. That is bratty behavior as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. Like, no, thank you. Respect left the building on that one. Whatever, lady. I hate when it doesn't change. There we go. Yeah, that actually sped that up quite a bit. This is such a weird picture. I don't even know what to think of it. Every time I do more, I think, okay, now it's going to make more sense. Maybe I should be rolling my eyes at this picture. That's what I should be doing. 6 of them left. Well, that definitely helped. That's a lot of mustard, I know, right? It's actually Harvest Gold. Can't you tell? That's what we used to call it back in the day. Harvest Gold. Makes it sound so much more upscale than mustard, right? Oh, that's so annoying that I just had that and then I messed it up. No, I'm kind of colorblind and watching a 160p. I'm being silly. It's rare, but even now you'll still have old appliances kicking around that are from like the 70s, and they always have Harvest Gold listed on them. Always. Never mustard, but it always looked mustard to me. Alright, I think... My theory was always it was their hoity-toity way to feel good about liking the color because it was popular. Still not looking like Harvest Gold to me. I don't think you need to worry about it. Alright, let's get this border done. Nope, too late. Gonna stress on it. You are in control of your own stressors. You are in control of your own stressors. Nobody can force you to be stressed. There, that'll help. I cured you. This picture's getting weirder and weirder. I really thought it would start coming together better. Now it's almost like it's volcano-y in the middle. Maybe that's magic. You're supposed to come here and chill, not stress. Supposed to be a relaxing and pleasant experience that lets you go back to the daily grind when you need to, all refreshed and ready to face the day. Alright, so it's going to be more in those borders, but I want to finish it off down here. Alright, I think those are very different colors. I think Gore is obsessed with his smoker now. Why is that? Oh, duh. Because that's the wrong color. So it's not working. That does amazing things when you click on the correct number. The most amazing stuff. Alright, almost done with that. Finishing way more of that color than I anticipated, but I wasn't really trying to finish that one. Huh. I've got a seed in my mouth. I'm trying to think what I ate that had a seed. It's kind of weird. Yep. Yes, dear.
Just wondering, today's Thursday. Did I go get at the garbage cans tomorrow?
I mean, I'm not going to object. It's not quite dark yet. Just watch out because we've hit dusk and I don't want anything getting you. Take your phone. Thank you, sweetie pie. Take your knife, too. Sorry. Take care, Astral. Gore, how dare you... Wait. Gore, how dare you say these nuts joke when she said that? Oh my gosh. Gore's saying nothing. Gore's obsessed with his smoking meat. He can keep it to himself, too. So how do you like your steaks, Kenny? Do you agree with Gore? A little of everything? No, that's rude of him to not share. Fair enough, fair enough. I mean, to be fair, it also depends on the source of your meat. If it's a little sketch, you're going to want to cook it more. I mean, that's true. I'll show you how I like my steak, oh dear. That sounds like a threat. I sort of thought you would just use words. But that's okay. That's not a threat. To make it even worse, I should have used a winky emoji. Yeah, they're like, that's not a winky emoji, Mom. That's a side-eye emoji. They were upset when they found out I'd been texting my nephews with that all the time, and they're like, they must think you're so gross. I'm like, they know me. They just think I'm old. But that I love them. That's all that matters. In a normal and natural way. Not a weird way. Oh dear. Oh my gosh. That's kind of horrifying. So basically charcoal with a little bit of meat. Yeah, to each their own. Hey, I love barbecue. Barbecue's nice. I don't have an issue with that. That should be almost all of them. Oh no, there's a lot more. But the thing is, it can be well done and juicy. Oh man, that was delicious. Well done and juicy? More like juicy some... No. Y'all are gonna get me in trouble. There's the ones I was trying to cover up. Okay. Gore, please share. Finish that sentence, Whimsy. Sorry, kitty, I ate most of it. I don't know what sentence you're talking about. I have streamer brain. My brain just totally stopped working. I'm traumatized. It's the trauma. I must be in shock. I've had such a shocking day. I get a pass. I give it to myself. That counts, right? Thank goodness it's most of it. That means you left one for me. He wants the charcoaly bit. You know that hard charcoaly bit at the corner? He wants that bit. You're not going to disappoint him, are you, Gore? You got to send it through the chat. He can enjoy that. Kenny was just trying to teach me about emojis. Thank goodness it's most of it. That means, yeah, you left one for me. I'm just gonna erase that little piece and let it stay. Yeah, let's go back to this. Why did it... Come on! There we go. Let's finish getting all of this filled in. I love how one you left most means there's still a whole steak left. I a little bit question that. Yeah. He had to eat it quick, Kenny, before Trudeau stole it. That's what that means. It was for the good of Canada. It was a sacrifice he had to make. He's a true patriot. That's why he wants to move to Alberta. To help them find joy in being Canadian again. I'm sure of it. He'll help everybody remember the joys of maple syrup. Oh my gosh. What? No. Apparently I don't have enough internet to look. Oh my gosh, that's very bright. This is gonna be like those diamonds. Sorry, Whimsy. It's okay. Oh, I know. Maybe if I turn off. Maybe it's trying to use so. We'll see if that works. Okay, first the diamonds and the drippy mousse. Then we got the hot pink. Maybe it's like flowers? That could be a flower. That could definitely be flowers. That makes more sense. Drippy Moosey. Nope, apparently that is not my problem. Discord just isn't working for me right now. Alright, I was just trying to get through some of this nonsense that I've miscolored. And then 16. Then we have 13. That should be mostly kind of fixed for where I colored up and into areas I wasn't at yet. Come on, Gore, the drippy moosies are your favorite, right? They show up in your yard and they just got so much drip, you have to be nice. You just turn around and give them a beer. An old beer, so you're not wasting it. And then you get out of the way and you make sure you're not where that moose is landing. Okay, well that'll be some nice color, I guess. Coming in here. I see Gore, he's got good emoji game. Alright, here we go. Let's see here. Ah! I can't stop doing that. Like, I'll be totally, oh good, I've got this all cleared. Nope. Nope, I don't. Oh, that's a cool one. I like that one a lot. Okay, Gore. Harvest gold or mustard? I lost the color. It was this one. What do you think? There's still 145 of them. Mustard. Mustard wins. Alright, that's starting to look more like if I back out, it's going to look like something. Ah. And there I go, messing it up again. Because I don't like to only do things once. I like to do the same thing over and over and over again. It's frustrating when I do that. Very frustrating. Oh, that's a pretty color. Look what you did. I know. I'm just messing it up all over the place. Alright, let's find a 6 and a 9. Fix you. Put you back. Alright. I'm not sure that got better. Oh. The more I do, the less sense this picture makes to me. I'm gonna be really honest. Alright, I'm gonna try and get some more edging done. We're just gonna see if we can make this make more sense. I need this to make more sense somehow. Just kind of go through this corner, then we'll go through the other corner. We'll see if we can make this make sense. And try and get like a whole big old corner. All right, there we go. So what kind of wood did you chop for firewood? Oak, cedar, some poor maple that didn't make it through the winter. Because it's not the wrong time of year to be getting it ready for winter, honestly. That's an all-year job, but I should think it'd be getting warmer, but then it really should cure for like a year. So you'd be using last year's wood. Then maybe it's different up north. I don't know. Moose on a volcano castle island. That's it. You got it? You got it in one guess. That must be it. I have some pines and firs growing around here, so it's been rough processing down. Oh gosh, they're so sappy. All the resin. That's a messy job. But it makes nice wood later. No palm trees. You think you're joking. Palm trees burn pretty good if you need them to. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, it's very volcano-y at this point, isn't it? Fun facts, never had a coconut before, but those grow on palm trees, I think. A kind of palm tree. Yeah. They're only nice if they're fresh off the tree. You don't want an old one anyway. The closest you're going to get is if you find a source that's cold pressed. That's still fairly new, like it's had to be refrigerated versus it's been, if it's been in a can, you don't know what it's not the right flavor to know what it tastes like. That's my take. Kenny might disagree. But who knows? He lives by guava and mangoes, but maybe he's never had a coconut. It's possible. Gore, I will trade you coconut for cooked leftovers. I'll take that coconut. I love fresh coconut. I mean, that sounds really yummy. You hatchet it, you pop the straw in, and you just start drinking. Oh my gosh, that's so good. I mean, maybe you don't. Maybe that's weird. We do that. Put the lime in the coconut and shake it all up. Woo! I don't think you can legally ship food. Can you? I mean, just from a more practical stance. I thought that was kind of problematic. Maybe if you haven't cut it open yet, but cooked steak, I think that would count as cooked. Oh, that's getting a lot of color to it. That's a lot of color for flowers. Now that's stuck in my head. That does not look like a flower. All right. As I suspected, once I honed in on an area, it got a little faster. I have some kind of deer going around outside the window. I'm like, what are you doing? Yay, I guess. No, I didn't. I could just look at it, but I'm not gonna. Alright, I think that's good. This would drive my wrist nuts. Why? I do admit, I don't love the gamer mouse that they got for Christmas. I think the flatter profile is harder on my hand, but it's manageable. And I'm not clicking everywhere. I could roll it over it too, which is nice. The problem is I keep sitting weird. That's my problem. I don't know why I keep doing that. 46. Besides, Gore, you recommended this game. Were you trying to hurt me? Surely not. It has to be safe. No, it's a nice game. It just killed my wrist playing for too long. So you're telling me you're limp-wristed? Nah, I lay my wrist down and I do it from an angle with my fingers, which is probably not ideal. But my hand is, you know what? My hand is probably more like Etho described, except not in that configuration. Because I'm sitting on the chair with the stool, my legs are on the stool, so I can keep stretching them. And then I keep forgetting to stretch them, and then I'm all scrunched up with my leg up on my chair with me. And then I remember and I fix my posture. Yeah, when I play with it directly in front of me, it hurts my wrist. But for this, I do it to the side. I play it the other way for everything else. I can adapt. I never looked down and realized I do that. And we all laughed and made fun of him when he said that's how he does it. Better with my fingers and arms than my wrists. I wonder if there's a way I can get up Wi-Fi Guitar Hero so I could kick your butt. You could totally kick my butt. I do not do the, I never played those. I mean, my kids got really into them. But I don't know. Maybe I was already too old. I just never got into them. That said, like, my brother and other family members, like my parents, loved it, so I don't know. I'm just defective. It's all good. We can't all love everything. But you would totally kick my butt. It wouldn't even be hard. It would be like, oh, that wasn't even fun. She's so pathetic. A win's gotta be satisfying, Gore. Or maybe, you know, not. I'm the oldest of 3 brothers. So that was our game to compete. There you go. I think because usually when they brought it out, it was all the cousins and grandparents and everybody. And I would sneak off and get some rest in the other room on the couch and fall asleep while they all played it. And I loved that. And I preferred that to the game at that point in my life. I'm sorry. I was a fuddy-duddy on that. But you gotta understand, okay, I love my kids. But 3 children that were on the spectrum and all needing lots of therapy and stuff. I'm still sane, I think. But there are times when I took those moments and I just enjoyed them. For me. No, that's actually a mega brain idea. Keeps them occupied, especially if they want to play. Plus, it was loud, so I could immediately have like my mom's sense tingle in if it stopped. So it was perfect. Like if the loud noise stopped, I was instantly like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? So I'm sorry. I don't think I don't know if I would have enjoyed it. I just enjoyed getting a nap better. Which sounds really boring to say. It sounds way cooler. Oh, I used to beat my siblings' butts that way. I mean, my brother totally played. I just didn't. I'd like leave them all hanging out with the kids. I was grateful for the rest. Alright, let's see if that helped. Okay, that helped a lot. I needed to do a big chunk. I can imagine they were a rowdy bunch. Rowdy is the wrong word. Let's just say they didn't find typical issues to get into. There was nothing predictable there. I had to always be on my toes. And I don't mind that. I treasure those times and moments with my kids. I do. But I treasured my rest too. I felt like it made me a better mom. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Let's see. Yeah, that's way better. Okay, that's helping. That's helping. Because these colors just... weren't making sense. Oh, a rock. Yeah, some kind of rock or maybe a bottom of a tree, but it's something. It's making a little more sense. But I still think it's weird because, like, that's maybe behind. So then wouldn't... I mean, that's a weird shape for rock. But you know what? I'm just going to live with it. Because I'm so happy that it actually looks more like something. Drives me crazy when it just doesn't make sense as a picture. And I'm someone who did always love jigsaw puzzling. Like, I did not need the picture. I would just get the box and get going. I don't know why this annoys me more. And more this way? No. Okay. Nice alibi, bro. Alibi? Are we building alibis? No, it's actually a mega brain. Who did I make the alibi or did he? I'm a little confused. I think I'm slow. I don't understand. I might have to slip my slippers off. Alibi? Oh, golly. Ugh. Are we blowing people up? I thought, you know, how come there isn't dynamite? There's a creeper. How come you can't blow someone up with the dynamite? Or, you know, I don't know. How come I wonder these things? Why does the world spin? Yes, it makes gravity. But, you know, why? Alright. Sorry. Let's get some of these going on. This was the right decision. I'm glad I streamed tonight. I'm in a way better place. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for all your valuable therapy, Kenny. You were amazing. Hopefully you collected bits along the way. Gore was too busy lurking in someone else's stream, so he didn't care about me. You guys are awesome. Thank you for streaming. Thank you. That was sweet. I did it more for me than you guys today, though. Ah, it was selfish. I'm sorry. I like doing it for you guys too, but today it was more for me. I'd have streamed even if nobody showed up, but I'm really glad people showed up because it was a far better stream for it. At 39? Oh my gosh. Okay, that's just that last one. Always enjoy the whimsical streams. Well, thank you. You pop by a lot. I know that. I was just teasing. I mean, as I said, I accidentally streamed on my own daughter's stream the other day. Neither of us realized it was me. So, I mean, I'm not one to talk. You know what Hedge does? If she knows she's playing something that she knows I'll really want to see, whether I'm on the farm or somewhere else, if I'm not standing right there, she'll text it to me because she knows that my phone has so much trouble picking up messages. Which is so sweet because I was missing so many of the notifications. But I'd be like, oh. Isn't she the sweetest little Hedge? I got good kids. I'm a very lucky mom. I get the VIP treatment. They are. I'm pretty happy with them. God did good on that batch, I tell you what. It's a pleasure to have them. Just a troublemaker, I swear. I used to call her my little rugby player. Because she was shorter than the others and smaller. She would just go right up to him and wallop him in the shins. She was tough as nails. Nobody was going to hold her back from playing with the big kids. She was like, oh, no, 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 no. When the Wii was new, she wanted to play with it, but she wasn't heavy enough for the Wii Fit. Yeah. So here's this little bitty thing, right? Like 2 years old, maybe 3. I don't know. Little bitty. And she was determined to play Wii Fit, and she was getting so upset. So we finally took this little bitty backpack. She had this little Hello Kitty backpack, and we put 2 2-liter bottles of sand was the only way to make her heavy enough. And we're like, there's no way she's going to keep that, you know. She did. She just was determined to be heavy enough for it to censor. So cute. I was like, well, you're going to be tough. You're going to be a tough one. And now she is such a girly girl. She's the perfect mix, I tell you. She doesn't seem tough, but she's got some real tough to her. It was. I would share pictures, but that would be doxy. So we won't be doing that. Plus, I think I've lost all those pictures. I think they got lost in a hurricane barn situation. But I still have the memories. Those don't go away. It's almost like the hurricanes don't go, oh, that barn is the one that always makes it through the hurricane, so they put all their important stuff there. I should avoid that. No, it's like they go, ha 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 ha. If hurricanes were sentient. Let's be grateful they're not. Was Artie and Brobot the same when they were her age? I know they're older than Hedge. I mean, they were both tough in their own ways. They each had very distinct personalities, so I would be hesitant to say the same. But they were so happy when Hedge came along. They would have done anything for her. They adored her. But they each had things they did that were amazingly adorable and tough and cute. Robot. Oh, poor Robot. He was born with those cheeks that old ladies love to squeeze. And he hated being touched. And he'd see the old ladies approaching him like in a supermarket, and his little eyes would just go to be like, help. And because he was nonverbal, they took that as he was really well behaved. Which he was being well behaved, but he couldn't talk back. Just curious, I come from a group of 3 munchkins too. I feel that always with the frab claws, they lynch, they pinch. Yeah, lynching and pinching are slightly different. Yeah, what is that? Like, I have never been inclined to go to somebody else's child and pinch them or touch them or put my fingers through their hair. It's weird. It's weird to me. Of course, they do it with animals too, right? I mean, they'll go up to random animals and hug or kiss on them, and those animals might not be friendly for that. It's just a certain personality of person that just feels, you know. Now, if they've gotten older and they just have sort of lost some of their inhibition, I'm not talking about that. Because some older ladies really don't know better anymore. I'm talking about the ones that clearly do, and they do it anyway. Oh, I just can't help myself. They're so cute. Oh, man, when I was younger, everybody loved touching my hair. It was disgusting. Yeah, what's with that? Ew. I still have people come up and randomly grab my braid. I'm an adult. I had it happen today. I was just like, hello? You know that's attached to my body, right? Just wondering if you noticed that. I mean, what do you say? Just use your braid like a whip and smack them off. I have done that before. I pretend like it's an accident. I don't say it's an accident, so it's not technically a lie. Like, you have no business touching my head randomly. But again, like, I mean, it depends on the person, you know. Some of the older ladies, they don't know better anymore. They really don't. I'm not going to be mean to someone like that. But people who clearly know better and choose to do it anyway because they feel entitled to that. And it's always girls. Always. A guy never treats me that way. Guys are more gentlemen than that. If they weren't, I'd, yeah, not be nice about it. Missed accident. Yeah, but they'll like just come up behind me and yeah. Weird. I really think it's weird. Maybe I'm the weird one, you know? Maybe I'm the weird one. I don't know. Maybe I just am not socially getting it. But it feels weird to me. And I'm just going to go on my little rant for a second. These are the same people that talk about consent, consent, consent. I did not consent to you touching me. Just saying. Okay, sorry. I said it. I'm done. It was probably rude. And I absolutely think that there's a place for consent. I just think the way they talk about it can be interesting sometimes. Please, Whimsy, take a swing at me. Be mean. It's 2 minutes to 9. Gotta wrap up. What do I look like to you? Woody from Toy Story? What? Okay, here we go. Oh, gosh. Forget that. I just swung the headphones off my head for a second there. We won't be doing that again. That was a bad idea. Kenny, go ahead, be mean. One free swing at me. You guys want to know something funny? The minute I saw Elon's black eye, I turned around to my kids and I was like, oh, his son did that. And they're like, what do you mean? I said, all my worst injuries came from you guys. I don't even know how many times they broke my toes. The little kids are tougher than they look. And you're not going to hurt the kid. You just take the hit because you know that you don't want to break the kid. They're a lot smaller. Yeah. Oh. Alright. I'm finishing this little section and then yes, I'm finishing up. Kenny can go to... Kenny, is there some other stream that you need me to take you to? Are you already there? Back in my day, we get breakback. Well, I'm not saying I wouldn't discipline if they hurt on purpose. I mean, they don't believe they can hurt someone bigger than them. When they're little. When I mean little, like under 4. I did not just let my kids injure myself or anybody else. Okay. I think it's rocks. So maybe this is a bunch of rocks with a magical trippy moose and a really tiny... Maybe it's a fairy fort. That's not proportional. Because wouldn't it be rounder? I don't know. What happened to Elon? Oh, he was in some press conference last week, and he had a black eye, and everybody was like afraid to ask. And then somebody finally asked, and he goes, "Oh, little X did it," and they're like, "Sure." I'm just like, but when I first saw it before he had said anything, I was like, "Oh, that was totally his kid." I know a kid black eye when I see one. Your guess is as good as mine. I mean, they're little. So their black eyes are like these little spots. I've gotten shiners from my kids before. Because they're little fists. They're tiny, if that makes sense. Like, they're not trying to hurt you. They just don't think they can hurt you. His ex-wife. Which one? He did a play on words. Oh, that's so bad. He had so many. He has certainly found the way to get around. I will give him that. And you know what? He seems to take care of all the people after he's done with them. So I guess that's between him and them. Not my choice on how to live my life, but you know what? They were all adults together. Was she one of them? I don't even know. I know there were quite a few. He's got something like 12 kids. I mean, power to him. I thought that was Jack Sparrow's ex-wife. She is a bicycle. Now I'm hearing Queen's song in my head. Thank you very much. That's probably a really good place to leave that. I was trying to get these few little spots that were just poking out because they were weird. He say she, I call me rude, but you can't call me like, okay, thank you for explaining that to me. I'm capable of choosing to interpret it very literally if required. Cora the rude liar. Call me rude, but you can't call me a liar. I just didn't want to talk about somebody being ridden. But thank you for making sure I understood the Yeah, okay. So that was a lot of fun, guys. Oh yeah, I put some mushrooms in my stew too. Mushroom powder actually. I thought the flavor would be nice. And it is. I had some dried mushrooms in the pantry that started to turn to powder. Yeah, she was very athletic, maybe. Yeah. You know, how do you know? Some of these girls are apparently quite athletic. They're so athletic that they have to go to the emergency room when they're done with their exploits. But I would not know about such things because that would be entirely inappropriate, I am sure, for my sheltered and cultured brain. That's so gross. And after it goes to court. So, I hope that all of you have a lovely evening. and just have a blast all evening. And tomorrow is Minecraft, and I'm gonna try to watch oh, what did she tell me? Was it Wobbles? Artie has assigned me a video tutorial to watch for my Minecraft. I just haven't had time because it's been kind of crazy. And I explained Waddles. Yes, thank you, Waddles. I was like, it sounds wrong, but it sounds so close. I know Waddles. I've watched Waddles. Yeah, she's like, he's Java, because I keep watching like Silent Whisper and stuff because they have good tutorials, and she's like, they're Bedrock. She's so patient with me. Smart girl, yeah. So I'm going to try to learn the differences between how you do it on Bedrock versus Java, and hopefully I'll be better focused tomorrow. I was just super unfocused. That's why I just went ahead and did this. You know what? If you were in the beginning of the stream, you know. And if you weren't here, you don't. I'm sad. I'm sad. But I had a day. So hopefully... And then I'll chill with Minecraft tomorrow. That'll be awesome. Gore, set up a watch along on Discord with Whimsy. What is a watch along? Ride along, but on Wi-Fi? Okay, we're not riding along anything. We're cutting that one off right there. Watch along is where you watch it together, and I think you have a conversation. Oh my gosh. What? They called that sex space, Kitty. I'm so traumatized. Oh my gosh. I think he wants you to watch the Waddles with me to make sure that I'm learning what I need to learn so I can conduct slavery efficiently and well tomorrow and not waste his time. But I think I can learn. I'm not that bad. I mean, I'm teachable. I'm so confused. And then Gore never knows anything? But you just said he knows. Why would he have to watch it with me? He knows. You want me to watch with somebody that doesn't know? Or you're saying he doesn't understand what a watch along is? But I can learn. I can learn. Slavery expert at your service in game. Oh my gosh. Okay. I need to stop this. I am really not in a place where I am processing good enough to behave myself. This is going the wrong direction really fast, guys. Who says it's to make sure you learn? What if it's just to be watched something with everyone? Well then, Kitty, why don't you want to join in? Because you don't have the internet. I don't know how I feel about this one. The colors are turning out a little odd. All right. Correct. Yes. Okay, tell me the truth. It's getting... Okay, it's kind of getting worse. Like it gets better and then worse. And this looks like graffiti. What's that about? Like mystical keep in the distance, but on a very small hill with a giant Patronus kind of drippy moose with these rocks, and there's graffiti. Maybe it's Ireland. Be well, be safe, be happy, and you have a mustard night. All right, am I rating anybody with you guys? Or are we just letting it be here? Let's see. Oh, I can't. I can't access my Discord still, apparently. Let's see if Twitch will let me on. I let Gore choose. Well, we got Ultima. Huh. Kenny's not in Ultima's stream yet, so there's that. Oh, stop. I don't want to be watching you. I mean, I'm happy to give him a commercial, but... I'm choosing to raid? Boy, you sound really firm there. Alright, let's raid Ultima. I think I still have some people hanging on in the background lurking from Raptor Stream. They're probably sleeping in Germany, but we'll give those viewers to because they're showing up on one part of mine. Sure, go for it. And on another it says I only have one viewer. So Twitch is messed up, but you know, let's give him the sleepy viewers. Let's just keep these people going and see how long we can keep them online without them knowing about it. Alright guys, I'm starting the raid, hopefully. Hopefully? I will. Thank you. Have a great night, guys. Enjoy your nights and God bless. Waiting for the raid now. It says it's only taking you two, which is odd because I have both 1 and 5 viewers. Mustard, Whimsy, Ray. Now it goes.